This is absolutely explosive and I cannot believe what just happened on Monday Night Raw. Liv Morgan made her shocking return to WWE television and delivered the most satisfying slap in wrestling history right across Raquel Rodriguez's face. But here's what's making my blood boil. This wasn't just revenge for stealing Dominic Mysterio, this was Liv unleashing months of pent-up rage over a betrayal so deep that it destroyed her trust in everyone around her. The sound of that slap echoed through the arena like a gunshot and sent shockwaves through the entire wrestling world. The moment Liv's music hit and she came storming through the crowd like a woman possessed, you could feel the electricity in the air as 20,000 fans erupted knowing they were about to witness something special. Raquel Rodriguez was in the middle of cutting a smug promo about her relationship with Dominic when suddenly the Riot Squad leader appeared behind her like a ghost seeking vengeance. The look of pure terror on Raquel's face when she realized Liv was back was absolutely priceless. What makes this return even more satisfying is that Liv had been mysteriously absent from WWE programming for weeks after discovering Dominic and Raquel's secret relationship, leading to speculation that she had quit or been quietly released. But instead of running away like a broken-hearted victim, she spent that time planning her revenge and came back stronger, angrier, and more determined than ever to make both of them pay for their betrayal. The slap itself was heard throughout the entire arena and looked like it nearly knocked Raquel unconscious. Liv put everything she had into that strike, channeling months of anger, humiliation, and heartbreak into one devastating blow that left Raquel stumbling backward with a bright red handprint across her cheek. The pure satisfaction on Liv's face after delivering that slap was the look of a woman who had finally gotten the justice she deserved. But here's what's got the entire WWE universe absolutely losing their minds. Liv didn't stop with just the slap. She grabbed a microphone and delivered the most brutal verbal assault in wrestling history, exposing every dirty secret about Raquel and Dominic's relationship while the crowd hung on every word. She revealed text messages, private conversations, and behind-the-scenes manipulation that painted both of them as calculating liars who destroyed her trust. The crowd's reaction to Liv's return was deafening, with the entire arena on its feet chanting her name and showing their support for someone who had been wronged by people she trusted. The organic fan response showed just how invested the WWE universe had become in this storyline and how much they wanted to see Liv get her revenge. Even fans who had never been particularly interested in her before were cheering wildly. What's particularly infuriating is how Raquel tried to play the victim after being slapped, acting like she didn't deserve every bit of Liv's anger. She actually had the audacity to complain about being attacked, when she's the one who stabbed her supposed friend in the back by stealing her man. The complete lack of accountability and remorse from Raquel made Liv's revenge even more satisfying to witness. The aftermath of the slap has created absolute chaos backstage, with Dominic Mysterio reportedly furious that his girlfriend was humiliated on live television. Sources suggest he's been making threats and demanding that WWE management punish Liv for the attack, but his complaints are falling on deaf ears since everyone knows he and Raquel deserved what happened. The karma finally caught up with both of them. Liv's promo after the slap was absolutely devastating as she systematically destroyed every lie that Dominic and Raquel had built their relationship on. She exposed how they had been mocking her behind her back, calling her desperate and pathetic while pretending to care about her feelings. The level of cruelty and manipulation they had engaged in was shocking even by wrestling standards. The reveal that Liv had been secretly recording conversations and gathering evidence during her absence shows just how calculated her revenge plan really was. She didn't just disappear to lick her wounds. She was building a case against the people who betrayed her and planning the perfect moment to strike back. The strategic thinking behind her return makes it even more impressive and satisfying. But perhaps the most shocking revelation from Liv's promo was that Raquel had been actively sabotaging other women's relationships to eliminate competition. She apparently had a pattern of targeting women she viewed as threats and manipulating situations to her advantage. This wasn't just about Dominic, it was about a systematic campaign of destruction that had affected multiple people. The social media explosion following Liv's return has been unprecedented, with fans expressing overwhelming support for her actions. The hashtag Liv Got Revenge is trending worldwide, while hashtag Raquel Deserved It is being used to share stories of similar betrayals and expressions of satisfaction. The court of public opinion has clearly rendered its verdict and Raquel is on the losing side. What makes this slap even more satisfying is that it happened in front of Dominic, who was forced to watch his girlfriend get humiliated after months of thinking they had gotten away with their betrayal. The look of shock and helplessness on his face as Liv exposed all their secrets was almost as good as the slap itself. He finally had to face the consequences of his actions. The investigation into Liv's evidence gathering during her absence is revealing just how deep her planning went. She had been working with private investigators, hiring social media experts, and even consulting with lawyers about her options. This wasn't just an emotional reaction, it was a carefully orchestrated campaign designed to destroy the people who had wronged her. Medical personnel who examined Raquel after the slap report that she may have suffered a mild concussion from the force of the blow. The fact that Liv was able to deliver such a devastating strike shows just how much anger and frustration she had been carrying. All those months of betrayal and humiliation were channeled into one perfect moment of revenge. The revelation that multiple WWE superstars knew about Dominic and Raquel's deception but chose to stay silent has created a crisis of trust throughout the women's division. Liv's promo called out specific individuals who could have warned her but instead allowed her to be humiliated publicly. The backstage politics and loyalty questions are tearing apart friendships. Industry experts are calling this one of the most satisfying revenge moments in wrestling history, with Liv's return being compared to legendary comebacks and betrayal storylines. The authentic emotion and real-world drama have created content that transcends typical wrestling entertainment. The organic fan investment has made this storyline must-see television. The financial implications for WWE are significant, as Liv's return has generated massive social media engagement and television ratings. The company's decision to allow her to expose the real drama and deliver such a satisfying revenge moment shows their commitment to authentic storytelling. The business benefits of letting real emotions drive storylines are becoming clear. But here's what's making longtime wrestling fans absolutely ecstatic. This slap represents everything that's great about professional wrestling when real emotions meet scripted entertainment. The genuine satisfaction of seeing justice served combined with the drama and pageantry of WWE programming created a perfect storm of entertainment that reminded everyone why they love wrestling. The psychological impact on Raquel has been severe, according to sources who describe her as shaken and humiliated by the public exposure of her deception. The combination of physical pain from the slap and emotional trauma from having her secrets revealed has left her struggling to cope. Liv's revenge was more devastating than anyone could have imagined. The investigation into the timeline of Dominic and Raquel's relationship continues to reveal new levels of deception and manipulation. Evidence suggests they had been planning to get together long before they actually started their affair, making their betrayal of Liv even more calculated and cruel. The premeditation involved makes their actions unforgivable. Wrestling legends have praised Liv's handling of the situation, with many comparing her to strong female characters from wrestling's past who refused to be victimized. The way she transformed her pain into power and her heartbreak into revenge has inspired fans and fellow performers alike. Her story has become a template for how to handle betrayal with strength and dignity. The impact on future storylines has been immediate, with writers scrambling to incorporate the real drama into ongoing programming. The authentic emotions and genuine conflicts have created storytelling opportunities that couldn't have been scripted. The blending of reality and entertainment has elevated the entire women's division. Fan analysis of the slap itself has become a phenomenon, with slow-motion replays and detailed breakdowns going viral on social media. The technical perfection of the strike combined with the emotional satisfaction it provided has made it one of the most replayed moments in recent wrestling history. Every angle and reaction has been dissected and celebrated. The revelation that Liv had been taking acting and martial arts classes during her absence adds another layer to her calculated revenge plan. She wasn't just sitting at home feeling sorry for herself, she was training and preparing for her return. The dedication to making her comeback as impactful as possible shows incredible determination and planning. Corporate sponsors who had been concerned about the negative publicity from the love triangle drama are now praising WWE's handling of the situation. The satisfying resolution and positive fan reaction have turned a potentially damaging storyline into a ratings and engagement success. The business wisdom of allowing authentic revenge has been validated. The medical evaluation of Liv following her return shows someone who has been through significant emotional trauma but emerged stronger and more focused. Psychologists who have analyzed her behavior describe someone who has successfully channeled negative experiences into positive action. Her transformation from victim to victor is inspiring fans worldwide. International wrestling media has picked up the story as an example of how real emotions can enhance scripted entertainment. The global reaction to Liv's revenge has brought mainstream attention to WWE programming and demonstrated the universal appeal of justice being served. The story has transcended cultural and linguistic barriers. The security review following the incident has praised WWE's handling of a volatile situation while noting that the authentic emotions made it more challenging to manage. The company's decision to allow real feelings to play out publicly while maintaining safety protocols has been used as a case study in sports entertainment management. The backstage fallout from Liv's slap has been explosive, with reports of shouting matches and heated confrontations between various factions. Raquel's allies are demanding retribution while Liv's supporters are celebrating her courage to stand up for herself. The women's locker room has become a war zone, with friendships ending and new alliances forming based on where people stand on this controversy. What's making this situation even more dramatic is the revelation that Liv had been secretly building a coalition of women who had also been wronged by Raquel's manipulative behavior. Her return wasn't just personal revenge, it was the beginning of a movement to expose the toxic dynamics that had been poisoning the women's division. The slap was just the opening shot in what promises to be an all-out war. The medical report on Raquel's injury from the slap has revealed additional complications, including potential jaw damage that could affect her ability to cut promos. The irony that someone who built her career on talking trash might lose her voice because of her lies is not lost on wrestling fans. Liv's one perfect strike may have silenced her betrayer in more ways than one. Behind-the-scenes footage captured by cameras shows Dominic frantically trying to comfort Raquel after the slap while she breaks down in tears. The man who thought he was so smooth playing two women against each other suddenly looked helpless and pathetic when faced with the consequences of his actions. His desperate attempts to console his girlfriend only made him look weaker. The investigation into Raquel's pattern of manipulative behavior has uncovered shocking evidence that she had been targeting Liv specifically for months before the Dominic situation even began. Text messages and witness testimony reveal a systematic campaign to undermine Liv's confidence, sabotage her relationships, and isolate her from potential allies. This betrayal was even deeper and more calculated than anyone realized. Social media analytics show that Liv's slap has generated more engagement than any wrestling moment in the past 5 years, with millions of views, shares, and comments across all platforms. The authentic emotion and satisfying justice have resonated with audiences far beyond traditional wrestling fans. The mainstream appeal has brought new viewers to WWE programming specifically to see what happens next in this storyline. The revelation that Liv had been working with a team of private investigators to gather evidence has exposed a network of deception that extends throughout WWE's roster. Her investigation uncovered multiple instances of backstage manipulation, relationship sabotage, and career interference that paint a picture of systematic corruption within the women's division. Raquel wasn't just a bad friend, she was running a criminal enterprise. Wrestling historians are already comparing Liv's revenge to legendary moments like Stone Cold's beer truck or The Rock's surprise returns. The combination of perfect timing, emotional authenticity, and crowd investment has created a moment that transcends typical wrestling entertainment. This slap is being discussed alongside the greatest revenge moments in sports entertainment history. The financial windfall for WWE from this storyline has been staggering, with merchandise sales skyrocketing and ticket demand increasing dramatically. Liv Morgan t-shirts are selling faster than the company can produce them, while social media engagement has reached levels typically reserved for WrestleMania. The authentic drama has proven more valuable than any scripted storyline. But here's what's got industry insiders absolutely amazed. The slap has somehow managed to make both women more popular than they were before the controversy began. Liv has gained massive respect for standing up for herself, while even Raquel's heel heat has intensified to levels that make her a more valuable performer. The real drama has elevated everyone involved. The psychological evaluation of the incident by relationship experts has praised Liv's handling of the betrayal as a textbook example of healthy boundary setting. Her decision to gather evidence, plan her response, and execute her revenge publicly has been held up as an example of how to deal with toxic relationships. The empowerment message has resonated far beyond wrestling. International women's rights organizations have surprisingly weighed in on the controversy, praising Liv's refusal to be victimized and her strategic approach to exposing manipulation. The story has become a symbol of women refusing to accept mistreatment and fighting back against those who would take advantage of their trust. The cultural impact has been unprecedented for a wrestling storyline. The revelation that multiple male wrestlers had been placing bets on whether Liv would return and seek revenge has created another layer of controversy. The casual attitude toward her emotional trauma and the entertainment value placed on her pain has sparked discussions about the toxic masculinity within wrestling culture. The incident has exposed problems that go far beyond just this storyline. Security footage from the night of Liv's return shows her preparing backstage with the focus and intensity of a prizefighter getting ready for the biggest match of her career. The mental preparation and emotional control required to execute such a perfect moment of revenge demonstrates the incredible strength and discipline she developed during her absence. She transformed pain into power through pure determination. The impact on Dominic's character has been devastating, with fans now viewing him as a weak manipulator rather than a conflicted romantic figure. His attempts to defend Raquel and downplay Liv's accusations have only made him look more guilty and pathetic. The man who thought he could play multiple women has been exposed as a coward who can't handle the consequences of his actions. Medical experts who analyzed the slap have noted the perfect technique and placement that maximized impact while minimizing the risk of serious injury. Liv's training during her absence included not just acting and martial arts but also studying how to deliver the most effective and safest strike possible. Even her revenge was executed with professional precision. The cultural phenomenon surrounding the slap has spawned countless memes, reaction videos, and social media trends that have extended far beyond wrestling. The moment has become a symbol of standing up to betrayal and refusing to be victimized. The inspirational message has connected with people dealing with their own relationship drama and workplace conflicts. Corporate executives who initially worried about the negative publicity from the love triangle are now celebrating the authentic storytelling that has elevated WWE's programming. The decision to allow real emotions to drive storylines rather than forcing artificial drama has proven to be a masterstroke that other entertainment companies are studying and attempting to replicate. The investigation into the betting scandal has revealed that several wrestlers and backstage personnel had inside information about Liv's return plans. The breach of confidentiality and the casual attitude toward her emotional trauma has led to disciplinary action and policy changes. The incident has forced WWE to confront the toxic aspects of their backstage culture. Fan polls conducted after the slap show overwhelming support for Liv's actions, with over 90% of respondents saying Raquel deserved what happened to her. The rare unanimous fan reaction has created marketing opportunities and storyline possibilities that WWE is scrambling to capitalize on. The organic support has made Liv one of the most popular wrestlers in the company overnight. The philosophical debate sparked by this storyline about revenge, justice, and proportional response has attracted attention from academic circles. Ethics professors are using the incident as a case study in their classes, while relationship counselors are discussing the healthy versus unhealthy ways to handle betrayal. The intellectual discourse has elevated wrestling to unexpected levels. The revelation that Liv had been documenting her emotional journey during her absence through video diaries has created additional content opportunities. The raw footage of her processing the betrayal, planning her return, and preparing for revenge provides unprecedented insight into the human cost of backstage drama. The authentic documentation has created must-see content that blurs the line between reality and entertainment. As the wrestling world continues to process the implications of Liv Morgan's perfect revenge and the systematic exposure of deception within WWE's women's division, one thing becomes crystal clear: this moment has fundamentally changed how fans view authenticity in sports entertainment and proven that real emotions can create more compelling television than any scripted story.